Welcome back to Tater Tot Talk. I think I got that right this time. I am Connie Tate, where we pull up a chair, grab a cup of coffee or your favorite drink, maybe even a snack, and have real conversations about real life. Today's guest is someone who's known me my entire life, literally. She's my sister, my friend, and one of the funniest people I know. Welcome, Sherry.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Little nervous, but you'll be all right.
Hey, that's okay. Don't worry, because I'm going to be really saving the really embarrassing ones for another episode.
Well, thank God.
I can't really
Yeah,
do
right.
this. All right, so let's get to the official Tater Tot question. Before we do anything else, everyone has to answer the official Tater Tot Talk question. What's your favorite way to eat tater tots?
So down here in Virginia, we like them with like pulled pork on them and cheese and onions. So
So
I
you
love
like
that.
the
It's
loaded
like a
tots.
meal,
That
huh?
does sound. I said you like the loaded tots. That does sound.
Heck yeah, it's
All right,
wonderful.
so are we ready to get into it?
Sure.
All right, I'm not sure what you're going to hear. I'm not sure what it's all just us talking right now. All right, so since we're sisters, let's have a little fun. Tell everyone, and this is about me, what was I really like growing up?
So you were so tomboyish. You would not know that today, that how tomboy you were. I think we both kind of were because we grew up with a bunch of boys, you know,
We did.
tomboyish, rebellious, but still, fun, loving, caring most of the time,
Yeah.
unless we were arguing.
Well, yeah. So mom had told me that I used to be very shy.
You did hide behind mom a lot. Like, I remember when we went to Miss Bobbitt's for nursery.
Not that Bobbit.
No, not that Bobbit. Maybe related. I don't know, but I remember you hiding behind her a lot.
Okay, so that was true. So was I dramatic?
Yes.
I mean, not
Yeah.
now. I'm talking about then.
Well, both, but I remember we got into a fight one time. This is just one of the times.
I was saying which
And
time.
we were little and remember we were playing, I think we called it kickball, but like we had a wiffle ball in the
Oh my
hallway.
gosh. And we were crawling.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then and then
no.
I grabbed you and swung you around and you hit the corner of the
On the
wall.
wall that's metal.
Well, I don't know that they make them that good anymore, but it was metal, and you had a concussion, and you kept lying. You were like, "Dad," I think it was dad or mom saying, "How many fingers am I holding
It
up?"
was dad.
4, and it was like 3, and I think you were faking it.
Oh, I was, but how many years ago was that?
I mean, touche. That's right.
All right. So who got in trouble more?
Younger, you did.
I think
Like,
older too, I feel like. And I feel like I was always in trouble.
yeah, you kind of were. Yeah, yeah, you kind of were.
You were the more of the dance. You really remember the sunflower you were?
Yeah, yeah, the candy cane. Yep,
Oh, I don't remember
yeah.
that one. All right, so
I think you were little.
here's gonna be a
Little.
good one.
Oh Lord, here we go.
Who was mom's favorite?
I think we had different seasons of our lives where we were both her favorite,
I
you
think
know?
right, yeah.
Yeah. I think like when I was going down a bad path, I felt like you were her favorite, but I was also just hiding from the bad thing path I was going down,
Yeah.
you know?
No, I get it.
Yeah.
What do you think we fought about the most? I feel like that's a hard one to answer simply because we didn't have time to grow up together past like 15.
Right. Yep.
So a lot of it was our early childhood because we didn't have
Mhm.
that. So in our early childhood, what would you say? Hey, do you remember your bedroom in North Carolina had, oh, off topic, squirrel.
Oh,
The
you're talking the
normal,
rainbow, royal rainbow room?
the
Yes.
mirrors. Yeah,
It was
anyway,
the 70s.
it was the 70s. That was the coolest decade. I'm sorry. So
It was.
anyway, what would you say that we fought about the most? Stupid, stupid stuff, I'm sure, because it wasn't, like I said, we didn't even grow up past like 15 together?
Well, honestly, when we were young, I don't really remember a lot of our fighting, except for like that happened when I swung you against the wall. But we're very competitive.
Yeah.
So we're very competitive. But I don't remember us like fighting a ton of maybe about friends or I don't know.
I don't even know about that because I feel like your friends were my friends because it was almost
Yeah,
the same age. They're sisters, brothers, whatever.
right,
We
right.
kind of went to the same circle in a way.
Yeah, yeah. I don't remember fighting a ton when we were
Oh,
little.
so
Maybe
now
I was up, maybe, well, that's probably not it either. Like when dad bought you those we had black jelly beans for Easter.
that's for another episode. What would you say you were like growing up?
Like a goody two shoes.
Hmm.
Definitely a goody two shoes. Being the oldest, I always felt like I had to do everything perfectly because I was an example for you.
Oh yeah, well you did the books perfectly, but this girl didn't.
Yeah, that's right. But then I would always have fear, like if I got a B, that I was going to be in trouble, you know?
Were you though? Well, you wouldn't know. I was. Like you
Like,
wouldn't know because I don't know if you ever got a B.
oh, I definitely got a B. Yeah. I think, and a C.
Oh,
I, yeah, I had one C. This is when we weren't together then. It's when I went to Hoggard in North Carolina and I got a C on my report card and dad grounded me. Well, I'm sure it was not just dad, but
it probably wasn't at all dad, but okay.
probably not.
Okay, so what did you dream about becoming?
I always wanted to be an actress.
Yes, you did. Oh my gosh, I remember you doing Little Abner. That one just sticks in my mind.
Yes,
You were like always
that was my favorite.
you, and I think I read scripts with you at that because I think at that
You
point
did.
we were in North Carolina together. Wasn't that when you were?
No, that was in Maryland because I went to Chesapeake.
All right, because I remember the Little Abner and I remember reading lines with you. We probably did fight about that because I probably wasn't doing it right.
You probably not. Yeah,
Now this will make it a little bit deep, and I'm only speeding up simply because my recording's only like 40 minutes and we could talk all day.
yeah.
Um, if you could go back and tell your younger self one thing, what would it be?
Don't let anyone put out your dreams because you're good enough. You are absolutely good enough. No matter what anybody says, it doesn't matter because you're good enough. God created you and he created you just how he wants you to be.
That's very good. Yes, amen. All right, so let's see if we still know each other. Ready?
Oh Lord.
Who takes longer to get ready?
Definitely you.
I'll put my hand
Definitely.
up.
That's right.
Who's more stubborn?
I think we both are.
Hand up
Yeah.
or down?
I think we're both. I think we're tied.
Who's more emotional?
Probably me.
Okay, I'm gonna go
Yeah.
half.
Well, I think we're emotional sometimes about different things in different areas sometimes.
True.
Like when you're emotional about, say, your kids, then I'm in a good spot. And
Yeah,
then when I'm emotional about my kids, you're in a good spot.
yeah,
But I think that's a way that we can help each other too.
right. Okay. Who would survive longer on a deserted island?
Me.
I don't think so. Yeah, because you would slice me open and eat me.
No, I wouldn't, but I would definitely slice open an animal and eat it.
Well, I
But
could do that.
uh, you can't survive without heels.
I can if my life depended on it. All right, this is a good one. Who's the better cook? That one is going to have to be a tie.
Yeah, I think so too. I
We
think so
cook
too.
differently, but we're still good cooks.
Right, exactly.
Who's the better driver?
Not really me. I am good
You
now.
sell cars. You should be
I do
learning.
sell cars. Um,
You got to go
I
do
am a good
test
driver.
drives.
Yeah, but I don't drive the car. I ride in the car.
Okay, so this one, some of these questions I came up with are just random because, we live in Virginia, I live in Pennsylvania, we don't talk all the time.
Right.
So life has taken us in different directions, but not in a bad way, good way. Tell everyone what you're doing today.
Like
Okay.
as a job?
Well, yeah, so you sell cars now. How did that
Right.
happen?
Oh, I had gotten in an accident where I couldn't be tethered to a computer. So and I bartended part-time, and I was like doing accounting, and they wanted me to go on disability, and I refused. I knew I could do something. And one of my regulars offered me a job selling cars,
Oh,
and never thought I'd last 8 years selling cars. Never.
good, good. Okay, so maybe if you can share something, one of the funniest stories that a customer had told you. Do you have one? Or a funny customer story that you ran into?
Oh my gosh, there's so many. Um,
We can always circle back to that.
yeah, let's circle back to that. I'm not sure. I have to. That might have to be for another episode because
Okay, another
that's
episode it is.
yeah.
What is something people completely misunderstand about car sales?
That we're shady. And that is the biggest misconception. Now, there, don't get me wrong, there's people out there who are shady. For me, I don't have to sell a car that way, right? I mean,
Mhm.
I'll be honest, I'll do and help any way I can through the process, even after the process. People call me all the time because the sale doesn't end just because you walk away with the car. Now it's a relationship.
Yeah,
And that's how it should be. If you don't have a relationship and don't have a salesperson, then that person that sold you the last car didn't do their job, you know?
yeah, very good, very good.
Mhm.
All right, so now we're going to get a little bit deeper. Now, this is where some
Oh,
tears might flow, but hey, that's what we're here
I
for,
got
right?
the tissue.
So people see your smile, they see your joy, but joy usually comes from walking through some hard seasons. Has there been
Yeah.
a season in your life that really changed who you are?
Yeah. Um,
And are you willing to share? You don't have to share it today.
no, it's a great testimony, you know. When mom passed away, that was so hard. Here comes the waterworks. You know, that was challenging. And I think it's much like what happened when dad passed away for you. I realized I was in a very loveless relationship, you know, marriage
Yeah.
for over 20 years. And it had to shift. Something had to change. I was down a very dark path. And after we lost mom, it was more of a path where I was drinking a lot,
Mhm.
like seriously. And it got to be a problem.
Oh,
And so I went into recovery and did all those things. But what changed me is I found God again in those meetings.
mhm.
And now I have a new, renewed relationship with the Lord
Okay.
that I never want to go back in that, you know. I remember his love. I remember how he picked me up. I know he picked me up and brought me back. But you know, I drank again and got a DUI last year. Um, and that DUI is really what changed me because I didn't complain. I didn't look and say, "Man, I didn't get angry with God. I did it."
Mhm.
But God protected me because I hit a mailbox and no one got hurt, praise God, because it's dangerous to do that, you
Mhm.
know.
Yeah.
I didn't fight. I went off with the cops and did weekend time and didn't complain anything about it. I just ministered to people and told them my story to
Nice.
try to help them. So that significantly changed my life.
You touched on it a little bit, but maybe a little bit deeper. So what
Mhm.
got you through those times?
God, God, every minute of it. I mean, he's been through me with so many things, like my first stroke, you
Mhm.
know. And you know, I was sent home with a walker, and within the next week, not even a week, a couple of days, I went to church, and a pastor at church asked if he could pray with me, and I was like, yeah. And he did. And the next day, I felt the Holy Spirit say, lift up your leg, because I couldn't raise that leg, and I couldn't, you know, I had to use a walker. And I raised that leg right up off the bed, and I never turned around and looked at that walker again. And that's God. Um, God has brought me through so many things. And when I look back and reflect in my life, from even as being a young child, when I went through that storm glass door, you know,
Mhm.
God saved me because that could have been a deadly thing, you know. And when you look back and you see where God's hand has been there all the time because he has a plan for you that you aren't following, that's that's life-changing for me, you know? I mean, who would have thought that I'd be ministering, or I never thought that I'd be doing these things, you
So
know?
go back to that glass screen door. Storm door. I used to be jealous
Yeah.
because Sherry had a scar and I didn't. There, I said it. So now what would you tell someone who's walking through something difficult right now? Whatever season you know that someone's facing some challenges, what would you tell them from your heart?
You know, everybody has their own thing, but truly to trust God. You know, he's real, he's true, he's faithful. Um, he always gets me through. And if you could sit back, even the atheist, like an atheist, if you could sit back and look at your life and just look at creation, you know, we didn't come from an amoeba. If you can look at the beauty in this world, because there is some, you know, just like looking out your door and you're seeing everything God's created, and
Mhm.
He created you, and you were you're perfectly and wonderfully made. And you know, in Jeremiah it talks about how He knew you before He knitted you in your mother's womb. Those things, like He knew you. He knows every hair on your head. You know, He loves you so much, but if you don't know who He is, you can't understand that love. Even
Right.
as a parent, I don't know that I would sacrifice my son for
Right.
anybody,
Yeah.
right? But God did. He came down in flesh and He sacrificed His only begotten son for us. And that would be something, even, you know, faith is hard.
Hmm.
Faith is very hard. You can't see it, you can't touch it, you just have to believe it.
Right.
And to when it took me, I mean, I wandered 40 years in my own wilderness.
Hmm.
And when it took me to come back to God at 52 and be able to really see, and then now, you know, walking the journey I have now in this season, um I'm perfectly fine. Like, I used to think I needed a man. I used to think I needed alcohol. I used to think I needed drugs. I used to think I needed all these things, and I didn't. All I needed was God. And every day I thank Him that He put fresh breath back in my lungs.
That's
And it's, yeah, I mean, it's what it is. And when you can count and say, you know what, that accident should have killed me. You know, when my first husband pushed me down steps, that should have killed me. And I'm still here,
right.
you know? So,
Is there a favorite Bible verse that helped you through difficult times?
so I have a ton, but Romans 8:52, right, 32 through 38. I mean, I have my Bible sitting right here, but that's where it talks about that nothing can separate you from God's love. Nothing, not demon nor angel, nothing on heaven or in nothing heaven or on earth or under the earth can separate you from God's love. That gets me through everything, because no matter how much I fall down, how much I trip, how much I stumble, God still loves me. He's
Mm.
still right here. It's
Right.
just sometimes I take a path that goes like this back to here. He's always the same. I'm the
Hmm.
one that changes. I'm the one that walks away, you know. He
Yeah.
never does. He'll
Right.
never leave you, never forsake you. Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to do a quick fire. You ready?
Oh Lord. Yes.
Coffee or sweet tea?
Coffee.
Beach or mountains?
Beach.
Sunrise or sunset?
Sunrise.
Favorite comfort food?
Mm. Oh, I've discovered these new things called Drizzleicious. Have you
Nope.
had them?
Nope.
I wish I would have brought it over here. I'd show you. But they're like rice cakes, but it tastes like cereal. Like, and there's to 21, there's like 90 calories.
Oh, I'm gonna have to look into that.
So
If
good.
money wasn't an issue, where would you travel?
Oh my. All over. Like all over. Yeah, I'm going to Brazil in September for 2 weeks on a mission trip. And I think you remember when we were young going to Faith Tabernacle, I used to always say I wanted to be a missionary.
Hmm.
And I remember getting off a plane in North Carolina when I went to go live with Dad. And Dad said I look like a little missionary getting off the airplane. So now that dream's coming true, and I'm gonna go out and to Brazil for a couple of weeks and preach the word. And just going all over. I truly want to go to the Holy Lands. I
Hmm.
would even go right now if I were able, and Greece, so that I can walk where Jesus walked. And because I have friends that's been, and they said it's like your spirit just rest,
Oh,
like being in the Garden of Gethsemane, where the Roman soldiers arrested Jesus, and all that happened when Judas betrayed him, and in that's where um, he was so burdened, and he was praying to God and asking him to remove that cup, and he bled. His sweat was literally blood, and
mhm.
that was because he knew the weight he was going to carry for all of us. I would just love
Oh,
to
no,
go
I
there.
like that. That's beautiful. Okay,
Mhm.
what's one thing people would be surprised to know about you?
Hmm. I don't know. Surprised to know about me.
All right, that should be for another episode.
Yeah, I have no idea. Well, at least I'm gonna have another episode.
I know, right? Okay, so before we wrap up, I ask everyone this. If someone watches this episode 6 months from now, what's the one thing you hope they remember?
The Me talking about the Lord and how we laugh together.
Hmm.
Even though we haven't really talked in a bit,
Yeah.
we always pick back up, you know. Um, but yeah, just the things I said about the Lord because they're so important. That's never gonna change.
Mhm.
He's the same yesterday, today, and forever. So that thing will be always there.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, I like that. All
Mhm.
right, Sherry. Well, thank you for saying yes. Thanks for laughing
Yeah,
with me, sharing your heart and memories. I mean, we still have a lot more to talk about. We've got to remember
we
that for
do.
the next episode.
You'll be
And
my guest for mine.
yeah, yeah, exactly. And reminding us that life, faith, and family are gifts worth celebrating. So, all right, you guys, thanks so much for joining us today on Tater Tot Talk. Let me hear you say it.
Tater tot talk.
No, it's just me. If you enjoyed today's conversation, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who could use a little encouragement today. And before we go, answer this week's Tater Tot question in the comments. What's one lesson you've learned from a sibling or someone who feels like family? Until next time, I'm Connie Tate, and remember, life is better when you pull up a chair and talk.